See all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Seattle Seahawks. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Real side. Mike 5-4. Get in the weight room. Get in the
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
We're going to side. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You won't see me in your nightmares, son. You ran 80. Bang, bang. Ran 80. Bang, bang. Hey, dude. What do you want?
Back to throw, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
54. Mike 54.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, 84 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Wilson. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing on second down. Wilson. Buying time to his left. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now a first down throw complete downfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson, that's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's into the clear. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
20! And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Bell running on first down, but he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch the slam. Slam. Come on, young lady. Young lady.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Darnold now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. To try again after the sack. Darnold, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end?
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Check, 154.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And able to find Green. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wilson going to throw again. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there just before halftime. 67 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, Steve 6. Mike, 54.
To throw is Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Chris Herndon. Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their play ball. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. To throw is Wilson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
At the 22-yard line.
What? 380. 53 tonight. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On first down, Wilson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Let's go. 280. Touch 50, touch 50. It's been a long day for you. Switch.
On second down, it's Carson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 6 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A run by Bell on first down, going to go nowhere as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On third down, here's Bell. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
It's our time. It's our time.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 23. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense? Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
54, right there, 54, Mike. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get that?
Now it's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Red 80.
Darnold now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Man, check.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 29-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold going for it all. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys are back within a single score.
Check 4. Back. Hey, check 24. Check 20. Wait. Red 80. Hey, Charlie. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. You're not ready.
Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receivers coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Pilot, 64, weak. 49, check 49, check 49.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 27, Wilson is complete to Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On first down, Carson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now it's Wilson. He's got Lockett. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Here's Wilson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Watch the run. Watch the run. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Out. And
80. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Lady. We own it. We own it. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Darnold. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And it's caught by Herndon. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Darnold now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54. We got it. 54 Mike.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Here we go.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Lady, hey, exit. Mike, 50,
Darnold now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Defense wins championships, baby. Alpha.
Now Darnold. And Anderson's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Right Right there. 54 miles. Check right. You, young lady. Five.
Darnold from the red zone now. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up second down.
He's coming. Double up.
One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones.